Hello, my beautiful loves. Welcome to your November forecast and energy reading. In this reading, we are going to be diving into what November is going to be holding for you energetically, what blessings or challenges may come up, and basically see what is in store for you in the month of November. Along with the energy for November, I have picked out a card that represents the overall energy of November for everyone watching this video. And the card that I got is the Sun. The Sun represents optimism. It represents or reminds us that when situations arise, when things come up, challenges, hard situations, that we shall focus on the positive aspects of these situations. You're being invited to reflect and think about what this situation, if you have a situation that comes up, is teaching you. How can you look at things on a more positive note? Think about, where is this trying to realign me to? Because you have to remember, my dear soul friend, that when we go through situations, it's always for our highest good, even when it doesn't seem like it. It's usually to shaken you up a bit and put you in the path that is most in alignment with you. So please keep that message in mind as you go through the month of November and with whatever you may face. All right? Here I have 4 piles or 4 cards laid out for you to pick intuitively or with the crystals which cards and piles you're most drawn to. Go ahead and take a deep and slow breath, feeling the energy of each pile, asking your higher self, God, your guides, your angels to assist you in picking the pile that holds the most sacred message for you, what you most need to hear about the month of November. Tap in, take a moment, and pick your piles. All right, I will see you in your reading. Hi, my beautiful pile number 1. Welcome to your divine reading. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, today we are diving into November's energy for you. Let's go ahead and dive deeper to see what November will hold. My beautiful pile number 1, you picked, see if it'll focus here. There we go. A distant friend is thinking of you. And we have dog far away, right? So with this card, we can see that there is someone admiring or thinking of you even from a distance, even if perhaps you haven't been on speaking terms or you haven't seen them or something of that sort. You also picked this green crystal. I don't have a name for it, unfortunately. I got this from a friend of mine, so I don't know the name of it, but it looks like this. Oh. Okay. All right, my beautiful pile number 1. What I'm seeing for you in the month of November is that with a current situation that you are experiencing, there's a need to find balance. There's a need to ground yourself throughout this lesson. I am seeing here that you could have been either betrayed, taken advantage of, or perhaps wronged in some sort of way or form. I see that in one way or another, there could have been people that took advantage of you. that did not see your worth. You could have been deceived, lied to, or just treated unfairly is really what I'm seeing here, pile number one. There's a situation that left you feeling really poorly. And I feel that this is something that really affected you. Perhaps this came from someone that you did not expect it, or perhaps the entire situation was unexpected. I'm not gonna lie here, I do feel a strong sense around relationships or romantic matters. However, this is a general reading, and a lot of people may see this video, so please fit where you see that it resonates with you in your life. It doesn't have to be just about relationships, but I do see that this could potentially fit in relationships for a lot of you, because it seems here that you could be feeling like your world is sort of crumbling down. You have the crumbling card here. And with this card, actually, let me show you again. With this card, if you see, although there's crumbling happening around and there's thunders and sort of chaos going around, in between this door, in between the crumbling, there's also this beauty being birthed. There's flowers, there's greens, there's this wonderful view outside of these doors or through these doors, right? The crumbling is only happening within, is only happening here. But once you get through this, once you're through the doors to the other side, you're then going to see the beauty and the magic that there was behind this crumbling. And this is pretty much the energy that I am feeling for you in the month of November. It's that perhaps you're going to start grounding yourself more in the middle of the storm, because although things could be chaotic right now, perhaps things did not go the way that you expected or wanted them to. Maybe you found something out that really took you in a different direction and changed the course in which your life was going, or something like that. Something that made you feel sad and upset about, and that affected you emotionally and mentally. This feels to be the type of change that feels really traumatic and big when it first hits, but it's the type of change, and this is confirmed twice here with the death card and the crumbling. They both represent the same exact thing. It's like something comes on with full force and leaves us feeling hopeless and defeated, but it's only to serve our highest good. This is actually a redirection for you, my dear friend. This is meant to serve your highest good. This was meant to remove whatever people or things in your life are not serving you or that are not for you in this moment. Because I'm seeing also the need for you to walk away from this. I see this needing to come to an end, at least for now. So in the month of November, I see things coming more into a completion with this chapter of yours. You're completing some sort of karmic cycle or phase in your life, whether that's emotionally, mentally, or personally. I'm seeing that you're finally going to have the strength to get up and walk away from this thing that has not been fulfilling, that has left you feeling in a void. And I'm seeing a turning energy for you. But you're only going to have this turning energy, my dear pile number one, if you decide to. You have to choose to get up and rise up from this. Do not victimize yourself. And actually, you have here twice the 5 of Swords. With the 5 of Swords, we see that someone is sort of being manipulative and taking advantage of others or being mean in a way. But more so with this card, the message for you here is reflect on these self-sabotaging behaviors that you could perhaps have that you need to break out of. What choices can you make today, right now, that can impact you in a positive way later on? And that is what November is inviting you to do, is to ground yourself in this present moment, is to decide to be optimistic even throughout the storm, even when you cannot see how things are going to turn out, how you're going to get better, when healing will come, because healing will indeed come for you, pile number one. There's huge emphasis around keeping yourself at a high vibration. There's big emphasis around centering yourself, about grounding yourself and becoming more stable, putting your feet on the ground, feeling the grass and feeling the earth beneath you, both in a physical and metaphorical way. In the sense that even though things are not going your way, even if you're feeling unsure and loss of hope, reassuring yourself, giving yourself that sense of stability, knowing that things are going to be all right and that you will make it through this as you have made it through many other challenges before. Power number one. There's an importance about being still in this moment. So perhaps you can spend time meditating, journaling, reflecting. I really and highly, highly encourage you to do that during this time, pile number one. You know, I always like to say that tarot readings or psychic readings are not just about hearing what you want to hear and, hearing something good or just hearing what you want to know. It's about what you can do. It's about taking the advice that is coming through from the higher power, from God, from your angels, about how to handle this situation. So this advice that I'm giving you about taking time to meditate, to clear your mind, to ground yourself, to connect with nature and journal, take those advice and actually apply them. Actually make the time to do those things, because perhaps you can receive some sort of healing from that. I personally know that when I'm going through a hard time or unsettling times, I like to sit with myself, pray, connect with my angels, ask for guidance, and reflect on what have I been doing that maybe got me here and what I can do to keep pushing forward. Again, please do not fall under the victim card. I mean, I know, my beautiful pile number one, I know that this is not fair. I know that you do not deserve this. I know that these are challenging times. That is absolutely true. But the thing is, when we victimize ourselves, we sort of stay there and then we become dormant to, but I did not deserve this, and I don't deserve this, and why am I here, and questioning why, when instead we should be looking at things from a different perspective and saying, how is this serving me? What is this teaching me? How can I better myself for the next time or for now? Look on the bright side of things, my beautiful power number one. There is a need to walk away. There is a need to stand up for yourself, okay? To fight back in a way, and not fight back in literal sense, like physically. I hope you're not doing that, or to even argue with this person or this situation, argue with it, question it, but more so to fight back into stepping into your power and saying, you know what, I got this. I'm gonna rise up. I'm gonna keep moving forward, pushing yourself, motivating yourself, and giving yourself that strength that you have to move forward. Because you will overcome this. There's no need to stress out about it too much or to overthink it too much. I mean, of course, allow your feelings to come and go as they need. Allow yourself to feel, but do not stay there, my dear friend. That is what I'm saying to you. Because I'm also feeling and sensing here that this person will be regretting doing this to you, if it has to do with the person, if it has to do with a relationship. But even if it does not, and let's say that this is in relation to work, right? Let's say you have certain plans about your job and it did not go the way that you wanted. Perhaps your boss is not seeing the potential in you, or you had to change jobs, you were let go, anything like that, right? Know that people will be noticing your potential. At some point in time, these people will look back and say, wow, that person actually had a lot to offer. That person was actually great. And if this is applying to you on our relationship spectrum, then know that the reason this person is being removed out of your life is because they are not in alignment with what you deserve. They weren't making you happy. They were not fulfilling you. So they had to be removed. Because the universe, God, wants to align you with more loving, nurturing, and loyal people. Even in friendships. Okay? Whatever it is that you're going through, and even if this is in relation to like the loss of someone in general, maybe you just had a loved one that passed away or something like that. That just came to me right now intuitively. If this is about losing someone in general, not in a romantic level, not in work, and just in general, anyone, a friend, a family member, whether that is because they passed on or just you no longer are in communication with them, then please know, again, the healing will come to you. You will find yourself again. Just simply open your heart and ask God and the universe to bring that healing to you, my dear friend. Take the time to do things that are going to help you heal. Number one, by facing the emotions, allowing them to run through you. Number two, by doing practices like I've mentioned earlier, like grounding yourself, meditating, journaling, listening to music, going out with friends, whatever it is that gets you in tune with yourself, that makes you feel good, that helps you heal this wound, because this feels to be a great wound. And I'm so sorry about that, pile number one, because I can see here that you don't deserve that. You're not someone that deserves to go through this type of pain and challenge. But that is what life is about. Life is about experiences that help us grow and evolve as an individual. Perhaps this is something that is going to assist you in evolving spiritually even. You're going to become more aware, more wise, more stronger. I'm also seeing here, aside from all of that, right? I was more so focusing on the challenge that you're going through. And now I want to focus on what November is also inviting you to do. I feel that once you're able to switch your perspective around and think more positively about this situation, you're going to be stepping out of this feeling so much more confident, pile number one. I mean, I see you thriving. And perhaps this is not going to happen all in November, all at once, but I feel like November is going to give you a shift in perspective about this situation. You're no longer going to be victimized. You're going to rise up and start to look at yourself as the strong individual that you are. And what I'm seeing is, you're going to, once you're able to heal from this, once you're able to move forward and come to the other side, right? Once you're able to come here, you're going to be feeling so much more freedom, independent, strong, and pride. You're going to be feeling so proud of yourself because you'll be able to look back and say, wow, look at how I made it through that. That was something that really tore me down and destroyed me emotionally, mentally. And now look at me, all healed and stronger than ever. I did that. I moved on. I moved forward. I healed myself. I took myself out of the mud, And I see from that, there's so much fruition, so many doors. Wow. So in this card, we see the grapes here. Let me just show you quickly. You see the grapes. Grapes represent abundance and fruition and things coming into your life that are enjoyable and desirable. All right, this is you. All of this here represents you, my dear pile number one. And what I'm seeing with that is that once you make it through the situation, you are going to be a new version of you. One that you're going to, perhaps you never even knew you had within you, because you're going to be more in tune with yourself and your power. Oh, okay, the color yellow. Yes. I'm seeing here all the yellow. Yes. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I almost missed that. The color yellow, which represents your solar plexus, which represents hope, inspiration, optimism, willpower. Okay, with your solar plexus here, it's all about your willpower, your confidence in yourself, and that is a big focus for you, my dear pile number 1. It's about being in tune with what you're capable of doing, and you're capable of doing anything you set your mind to. You're capable of leaving behind whatever doesn't serve you. You're capable of starting fresh, starting new. Oh, the magician. Oh my God, it's so really clicking for me now. This is so clear for me, pile number 1, and I love this. I hope that you can feel through my voice the message and how much of the energy I'm feeling for you, because I feel that November is more so going to be an initiation of you starting to tap into this power. So it's not where you're going to completely, be feeling completely healed and moved on. It's more so that's when you're going to start shifting your perspective to then start this journey. And your guides, your angels right now are saying, my beautiful friend, you are capable. You are more than wise and have the skills, the strength necessary to achieve everything and anything that you desire, to move on from this, to heal. It's all within you. You have to realize your worth. There we go. That is what it is. You have to realize your worth. How amazing, powerful, honorable, loving, nurturing you are. Wow. You need to tap more into your nurturing side, your feminine side, being vulnerable in a way where it serves you. Not vulnerable in the way where you think that you're weak or that you cannot do this, but in a way where you can be compassionate of yourself. You can be patient and loving with yourself. Loving enough to say, you know what? You don't deserve this. We need to do better. We need to get up and keep going. Okay? And from there, there's so many doors that are going to be opening up for you. I'm also seeing here, pile number 1, you have luck on your side. Okay? Right now, you have the universe working in your favor. And I know that perhaps you don't see it like that right now, but you do. You do. And you're going to start seeing that more and more as you start to step more into your true self. You're going to feel like you belong. You're going to feel like, whoa, now I understand why I went through everything that I went through. This was to teach me, not only to teach you something, but to bring you to where you need to be spiritually and mentally. Because that's the other thing that's really coming out of this reading is the color purple, even the purple robe here and the purple on these images. And that connects to your crown chakra, which is at the top of your head, which essentially represents consciousness, your connection to consciousness, to your higher self, to your faith, whomever it is you believe in, whether that is God, source, the universe, your angels, your spirit guides, yourself. It doesn't really matter as long as you have a system that a belief, a faith that you can grab onto. That is what matters. And right now, I feel that with the color purple, my beautiful pile number 1, you are being encouraged to continue strengthening your faith, continue holding on to hope and believe that you will be okay, that this too shall pass, my dear friend. Perhaps you're seeing the color purple a lot lately, or maybe you're drawn to it, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you've even been feeling some tingling sensations on the top of your head, and that is just an alert to you spiritually, to awaken, spiritually, to wake up, to connect more with yourself and source itself, to maintain your high vibrational life. And being high vibrational just means that you're living a life of alignment. When you're high vibrating, it means that you are living a fulfilled life and that you're living a life with things that are meaningful, with people that are meaningful, and things that are meaningful in your life, things that make you happy. All right? And we achieve that through work, through healing work. Again, back to the very basics. Listen to guided meditations. Maybe do, book a session with someone where you can do like some sort of healing or receive guidance so that you can follow. There's so many ways and so many things that you can do. Again, journaling. Because what's coming for you, my beautiful pile number one, it's something that you're going to be utterly happy with, okay? You're going to be feeling a sense of belonging. It's like you're going to find yourself again. Perhaps during all of this, you have been feeling lost. You have been feeling like you've lost yourself. And I see you really coming back to you, okay? This is you here. You're really going to be you, thriving, okay? Because you are a goddess. You are a king. Wow. All right. My beautiful pile number one, this reading, to be honest with you, was quite passionate for me just because I can really feel the energy of how you're feeling and what you're going through. And the message here for you is to please keep going and to be as optimistic as you can. All right? Find that balance. Tune in within yourself. And also, one last message for you, pile number one, that is coming through intuitively. Please do not allow yourself to get involved in arguments or conversations that are not healthy, because there's also emphasis around communication, but it feels to be that maybe you're involving yourself in conversations with people that are not serving you, like people maybe insulting you or belittling you or not understanding you. And instead of coming to an agreement, it's like you end up arguing even more and making the fire bigger with this person or this situation by trying to communicate. So right now, communication may not be the best, just because if you're not clear-minded and that person is not open-minded to listen to you and try to understand you, then maybe it's not best to have that conversation at this moment. So I'm feeling here that right now, do not allow yourself to get involved in conversations that are going to drain you of your energy. Instead, use that energy to heal yourself. All right, pile number one, thank you so much for tuning in with me today. It is always such a pleasure to be of enlightenment. I am sending you so much love and healing energy. Please feel my love and my warmth in your heart and all around you, sending you the most highest healing energy right now. All right, until the next time, and I will see you. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful, gorgeous pile number two. Okay, I'm really excited to get into your divine reading and guidance. For starters, you picked money path. A path where money is waiting for you to find it. There's a strong message with you or for you about a path that you should be following right now. And we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that in just a moment. You also picked this little cute and gorgeous. Oh, is it focusing? Let's see. Okay. I hope you can see it. It's really cute brown Aragonite crystal. So cute. It's a very unique shape. Right? All right, my beautiful pile number two. What November is holding for you is quite the message here, because there's sort of several messages here for you. But let me start off by saying that it sort of feels like you have been led lately by your guides and your angels, because with this card over here, emotional clearing, you see, I hope that you can see that there is this sort of spirit animal here. You can barely see it, but there's an animal here, or I don't know what to call it, maybe a dragon or phoenix or something, but there's something there that looks like a spirit, right? And as soon as I saw that, it really stuck out to me. It really instantly took me directly to our spirit guides. And what I'm feeling is that your guides and your angels have been trying to lead you onto a certain path, a path that will most serve you, that is most in alignment with you, with where you need to be for you to be happy and fulfilled. But there have been certain things distracting you from this path. And what they're showing me, which is actually a little bit funny, it's sort of like, they're like, we're trying to put them in this path, but they keep going this way and they keep doubting, or they keep having these type of thoughts and doing this and going there, and they keep trying to pull you back to this path that you're supposed to be on. There's a path here, you see, with the moon card. There's a path here, even in the emotional clearing. If you look at the background, it's like there's this path from the back. There's a path here. So what this is telling me is that you're supposed to be somewhere else in a way at this moment. Or maybe not that you're supposed to be somewhere else exactly, but they're sort of showing me that you may not be focusing on the right things right now when it comes to a certain goal that you want to achieve. So, my beautiful pile number 2. This is a general reading. However, for whatever reason, in today's reading, and same thing happened with pile number 1, although it's a general reading, I'm sort of feeling drawn more to a certain topic. In pile number 1, it was a little bit more about relationships. And for you, it's about career and your finances, okay? That's sort of like the energy that I'm feeling. However, this is a general reading, so I can apply to any area of your life. Please see where it most fits and resonate. This can apply to anything else, like your relationships, personal, or anything outside of financial and career. However, I'm just saying that this is sort of where I'm feeling it the most for now, okay? Let's dive deeper and see what else comes up. Okay. My gorgeous pile number 2. For the month of November, I feel that you're going to continue in some sort of healing journey, because I'm seeing here that there is a need for you to heal aspects of yourself that are buried deep within in your subconscious mind. So this could be wounds from the past. This could be limiting beliefs that are blocking you from manifesting your goals. It could be limiting beliefs that are blocking you from achieving the financial freedom that you want, or achieving your dream job, your dream career, or something of that sort. I feel like this is going deep to the subconscious mind, okay? And the subconscious mind is basically about the things that we have within ourselves that we may not be fully aware of, and that were built up or conditioned from the past, whether from when you were a child, okay, or from certain events in the past, right? And limiting beliefs tell you that you can't do something, that you're not capable of something, that you're not worthy of something, which of course is all a lie, it's all an illusion. It's just the way that sometimes we get conditioned to believe, either, by our environment or family members, or even our own little voice in our heads. But it is only an illusion, because you're capable of so freaking much. You are capable of literally anything and everything, my dear pile number 2. And I'm saying here that perhaps you have been trying to come up with a new goal of some sort. Maybe you've had the idea that you want to start a new project, or you want to take the next role in your current job, or you want to start your own business. Maybe you want financial freedom overall. You no longer want to work a 9 to 5. You want to do your own thing. Maybe it's coaching others, leading others, doing your own thing, right? But there are things in your mind that go deep within the core of you that are blocking you from finding this path, with aligning yourself with what's possible for you. Because this isn't about you not being able to achieve this. This isn't due to a lack of skill. It's not that you're not skilled enough. It's not that, you're not fit for this. It's not about that, is what I'm feeling here. It's about you and what you truly believe in. What is your true belief about yourself? My dear pile number 2. So you truly believe that you can do this. You truly know that you are worthy of this. And even with the Page of Pentacles here and him holding up the coin and looking at it while being on green grass here, it's like there's so much potential for you out here. But are you focusing on your potential, or are you focusing on how you think you cannot do this and that you're not capable of this? Because for a lot of you, I'm seeing that perhaps you already maybe started this, or you've either had the idea of this, and for some of you, I feel like maybe you're putting it into action, right? Like solid new beginnings, setting goals, you have developed the plans, you're laying the foundations, taking care of opportunities, you're seeking education and trying to train yourself and learn more about this thing that you want to do. Like, I feel like part of you is motivated. Don't get me wrong. Although this is why I'm saying that a lot of this is from your subconscious mind. It's from the part of you that is not fully aware that this is happening. Because I do see that part of you has started to lay the foundation, the seed. You're planting that seed. You want to do this. You've had this idea at least. And you're thinking like, oh, maybe I can do this instead. Maybe I can bring in more money if I do this. Maybe I could go after doing this so I can have more freedom. And I feel that you're seeking it. It's just that there's a reason why you haven't been as successful as you want to just yet. Number 1, it could be that you need to be more patient. Number 2, it's because you need to heal and clear. So with emotional clearing here, there's some sort of blockage. There's something that's stopping you from truly embracing who you are and what you can achieve, from finding this path of money, because it's there. And if you can see here on the money path card, the coins are just laying there, like they're just waiting for someone to come and pick it up, and they're all over. If you look down the path, there's more money down that path. And that tells me that there's so much potential for you out here. You can be abundant. And I feel like perhaps in your family, maybe you are the one that's really going to bring in this generational wealth as well. Like you're really the one building an empire. So this thing that you're trying to create, or the way that you're trying to grow and expand, it's bigger than anyone has done before, right? So it is going to take a lot. You're going to need patience. You're going to have to be persistent. You're going to have to be dedicated. So it's a progress. So be patient with yourself as you go through this. Oh, my sacral chakra just started tingling. So something with your connection to yourself and others, relationships, maybe also like creating relationships with people, connecting with people, exposing yourself, my dear pile number 2. Not being afraid to put yourself out there. Yeah, because this goal that you want so badly is something great. It's something of authority. We have the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, and the 6 of Wands, representing, even the Knight of Wands, representing someone, and even the 6 of Pentacles, representing someone of authority, representing someone in a high status of wealth, someone who is wise, who is strong, who's independent, who is a leader. So yeah, perhaps you're trying to be an entrepreneur now, okay? And I'm saying here, it's so clear that you're capable of this to me. Like that there's no question about you being able to achieve this, because you will achieve it. And there's so much fulfillment that will come out of you achieving this, so much, which I'm going to be diving into in just a little bit. But for now, my beautiful pile number 2, I really need you to understand that in order for you to achieve and match your vibration, match yourself to that life that you want, to this goal, to manifest this, you first have to heal something. That is the biggest thing that is coming up for you. So in November, perhaps you're going to start reflecting more on this thing that you need to heal, on this blockage that's in the way, for you to walk on this path of abundance. And since you're watching this reading and this video now, then I highly encourage you, please, my dear pile number 2, to take some time and think about what is it that could be blocking you. And if you already know what your blockage is, then reflect on how you can overcome it. Whether that is because of, your schedule, your family, your time. Reflect on how you can make more time, how you can work around your schedule to prioritize this, because this feels to be really significant, very significant. Ooh, 444 on the clock when I looked at it. And 444 is all about consistency, dedication, okay? Well, for me, at the time when I would see 444 was about in career specifically, that was my reminder to keep being consistent no matter what. Okay, and just to give you a bit of advice here, my beautiful pile number 2, because this is something that I've gone through similarly before in the past, and when I found myself needing to heal a part of me in order to grow and evolve, the way that I was able to uncover or get to the bottom of what was going on or what I needed to heal, if you don't know, is by asking yourselves questions through journaling. So you set some time aside to reflect and journal, and you start asking yourself questions like, where is this coming from? Why am I limiting myself? Why do I think that I'm lazy? Why do I think that I can't hold myself accountable? Why am I inconsistent? And try to meditate on the answer. I don't think I'm worthy because I don't think I'm going to be consistent enough to actually achieve this. Or I don't think I'm going to be consistent because any other times that I tried to achieve something, I didn't stay consistent, and this time will probably be the same thing. Those are just examples, journaling prompts, examples that you can use to try and uncover why you're being blocked from this, okay? And try to get to the root of it, because you will need to heal this before you can move forward. This is something that I went through myself. So this is why I'm able to sort of give you this advice. And once I did the healing, I was able to move forward in confidence, in belief, in knowing and trusting myself that I can and will achieve this, whatever I set my mind to achieve. And there's nobody or anything stopping me, okay? So take some time, my dear beautiful pile number 2, to reflect, to nurture and heal yourself, okay? How can you be more patient with yourself, more nurturing, more compassionate, understanding of yourself, that this is a progress, and also acknowledge where you can fix yourself. Allow things to come up. And then it's interesting because I'm recording this now, and this upcoming weekend, we will be having a lunar eclipse, and the moon here, basically, with the moon and the sun together, it's basically like a lunar eclipse. I feel like this could also be significant. So if you're seeing this before the lunar eclipse, or even if you see it after, same thing, the energy is still there, okay? Time does not actually exist. The only time that exists is the one that we here in the physical create. So it does not matter if you're seeing this before or after. But with the lunar eclipse coming up, perhaps use that time to, tune into that energy of the lunar eclipse to really reflect on this, to allow to come up whatever it is that needs to come up, and to also release whatever it is you need to release and let go of. This is a great time during this full moon to let go of whatever is not serving you. But even if you're watching this after on another time that is not during a full moon, it does not matter. It's just that during a full moon, the energy is a little bit more amplified, and you can use that to your advantage. Okay? And the other thing here, pile number 2, is that I feel like this is something that you really long for. This is something that you really desire and hope to achieve. This is something dear to you, all right? So it's important that you don't give up and that you focus on the transformation that needs to take place within you. It's almost like you're going to need to shift identities in order to achieve this. You're going to have to shift your identity, shift into the person that you want to be. That thing, that goal that you want, shift into that. How would you act? How would you feel? How would you wake up? What type of routine, what type of choices would you make if you were this person already? If you were a millionaire, if you were a leader, if you were somebody of example. Maybe you're trying to grow your social media. Maybe you're trying to have people that look up to you and listen to your, like whatever it is, that listen to your services, come to you for advice, whatever it is. How can you be that person now? Why does it have to be later? Why does it have to be in the future? Why do you have to wait or look at it as something outside of you? Look at it as something as far away, like, oh, when I become that person. No, it is now, my beautiful pile number 2. It's right now. You can be that person right here, right now. You are that person already. Just embody those qualities. Wake up every day feeling like a leader, like an entrepreneur, like you're financially free, like you've already obtained this goal. Okay? So the other few things that I want to mention here, my beautiful pile number 2, is that once you achieve this, and I'm sure you already know this, otherwise I'm pretty sure that this is part of the reason why you want this, is that allow me to please remind you, you will reach this goal, okay? I'm saying here that you're going to achieve this desire of yours because it's too powerful for you not to achieve. You're meant for this. However, the number, this just came really quick too. The number 666 or 66 is also coming up. So maybe you have been seeing 66 a lot or something of that sort. Or 44. Well, I mentioned 44 earlier, but 44 and 66, that could be a sign from your guides and your angels, because that is the other thing. I'm seeing that they have been reaching out to you, sending you signs. So please pay attention to words, numbers, synchronicities, and so on. With that being said, my dear pile number 2, once you achieve this, and I'm sure you already know this, you're going to be feeling so fulfilled. I mean, it's all going to be worth it. Everything that you went through, the hard work, the dedication, you having to shift yourself, to reprogram yourself, to heal yourself, and put in all this time and energy, it's all going to be 100,000% worth it. You're not going to question or say, oh my God, I wasted my time. No. At times you might feel like that because it may be a little bit challenging. You're going to be put out of your comfort zone. That is the only reason why you're going to sometimes feel like, this is too much. I don't know if I can do it. You're going to be feeling doubtful, but it's only because you're being put out of your comfort zone. And when we come out of our comfort zone, guess what? You're going to feel uncomfortable, but that is only part of your growth. My dear pile number 2, I really hope you can hear in my voice with the intensity that I'm trying to communicate this to you with, of how powerful you are, like how worthy, and how you're going to achieve this and how you can do this. Because if you ever feel doubtful or you don't know if you can do this, I need you to know that you can. It's just your mind, your thoughts. Our mind is so immensely powerful. It will create whatever reality we feed it. If you think you're not capable, if you speak low of yourself, that is exactly what you're going to continue experiencing. But if you do the opposite and you're optimistic and you're always encouraging yourself and pushing yourself, that is what you're going to encounter as well. That is what the universe is going to keep giving you. It's going to give you proof, of whatever it is you believe in. And for you, I'm saying that there's a path here, super open and available to you, of abundance, of fulfillment, of joy, of freedom. You just tap into that. Okay, my beautiful power number 2. Embody the energy of feeling enthusiastic, energetic, rebellious in the way that you're going to do whatever it takes to achieve this. Be successful, taking good risks, right? And just going after the things that you want, because you're going to be more successful than you ever hoped and expected. Power number 2. That is a message for you. So in this month of November, I would say start reflecting on the things that you need to heal, the blockages that you need to remove, okay, that you need to let go of, emotional clearing, because there's this path, there's this potential here available for you. Everything is vibration. Everything is vibration, my beautiful power number 2. Including money is vibration. It's all about matching yourself to that vibration. Think of it as you being here, right? And the vibration money being up here, because it's a higher vibration. You just have to match yourself up here to obtain it. Okay? And you do that by doing everything that I mentioned in this video, by healing, uncovering what's blocking you, whether that's self-limiting beliefs, whether, maybe people have always said, oh no, you're not going to achieve that. Maybe people discourage you by telling you can't achieve it. It's too much of a wild and big dream. Nobody has to believe in your plan but you. It's your vision, okay? Prove everybody wrong. And find the balance right now within your mind and your heart, and center yourself, my beautiful power number 2. Wow, I am sending you so much luck. Know that you have good fortune on your side. The universe is working in your favor. And best of luck in this journey that you're about to embark on, or that you are embarking on. And I cannot wait for you to see how everything will just easily unfold for you right before your eyes. All right, my beautiful power number 2, thank you so much for allowing me to be of enlightenment in this video today. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. Welcome to your divine reading, to your November's forecast. And let's go ahead and dive into what November is bringing for you. What type of blessings or challenges, lessons are going to be coming up for you in the month of November. Okay, my beautiful power number 3. To begin, what I'm feeling that your theme for November is that November is going to bring change. There is a lot of change that may happen in the month of November for you when it comes to your internal and external world. What I mean with this is, I feel that this change that's coming in could be something unexpected, or it could be something that for a while has been sort of going on or lingering on, but in November, it could be where things really turn around one way or the other. Now, I'm going to be completely honest here because I want you to gain the most helpful insight that you can from this change that's coming in for you. This change feels to be like the type of change that the Tower usually brings to our lives. And the Tower typically does represent chaos, okay? However, although the type of change that the Tower brings can be chaotic and destructive or unexpected, a lot of times the change that comes with the Tower is sort of scary, or the type that feels like you don't know if you can or will survive, or can be difficult to get through. However, it's the type of destruction or change that leads you to a better path, a better life. It's the type of change that is necessary in order for you to grow. It's sort of the type of change that shakes you up to realign you to where you need to be in your life. All right? It's just that a lot of times it can come in a traumatic way, if that makes sense. This could be something like a divorce, a bad breakup, losing your job, bankruptcy, job loss, something of that sort, right? That happens to you, that feels that when it happens, you're going to be doubtful and questioning why this is happening to you. You may feel that the universe is against you when it is not. Because here's the thing, my beautiful power number 3. Oftentimes, if not all of the time, when bad things happen to us, they are to serve our highest good. It's because there's something greater and better for us out there. And a lot of times we hold on to things possessively, just like the 4 of Pentacles here, where you see that he's holding on to the coin and he's not letting go, and he's, he has the coins on him and he's being possessive about it. When if he lets go, perhaps he can obtain more. And so this situation sort of feels like that for you. This could be something that you have been holding on for a while because you want it and it's what you desire or you're used to, you're familiar with. And the universe is saying, child of mine, let go so that you can receive more. So what I'm trying to say is, although this may come as a shock to you, or you may see it as something negative, or you're going to question why it's not going the way that you wanted it, why can't you just stay with this person? Why can't you just stay in this job? Why can't you have that thing, that plan, that goal that you wanted? And it's perhaps because it's not what's best for you. And sometimes we cannot see that when we are in the middle of the situation. We cannot see God's greater plan for us. And we just have to trust, my beautiful power number 3, that the universe has our back, that God has a plan for us greater than what we can see and understand. And especially when we're holding on to things that don't serve us, things are going to get shaken up for us to let go of. And that is something that I have experienced over and over. And it always ends up working in my best interest. Always. It always ends up being the best thing that could have happened to me. Even if in that moment it did not seem like it. Even if in that moment I was doubtful. So please keep that message in mind, my beautiful power number 3. As you go through this turbulence and challenge and lessons, know that you are simply being redirected into something that will serve you so much better, okay? It's going to be a big change for some of you. So it's something that perhaps you're going to remember. It's going to be a pivotal time of your life. However, again, this is going to bring such a new sense of you, a new redirection. I promise that. Just try to keep your optimism and try to look at things on a different perspective. We have to learn to look at the things that happen to us as something that is to help us and say, okay, what is this teaching me? Why did that not work out for me? Okay? All right. Along with this message, what I'm also seeing here is, for some of you, this could also deal with relationships. This could be family, as you have. Oh, sorry, I did not show you your card here. You did pick, I am so sorry. You did pick Seahorse. I hope you could see that. And it says family matters. You also have maintain your positive state. And your other oracle card here is share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution expression. Okay. And my beautiful pile number 3. I feel that this situation, honestly, I'm feeling several different things. And of course, this is a general reading, so it's going to apply to different areas of different people. But I'm seeing emphasis about relationships and career when it comes to this message. For some of you, this is about family matters, just like the seahorse tea card or tea leaf here is representing. Perhaps there's a family member that has been having a huge impact on your life, or that has been affecting you negatively, and maybe this is a relationship that you need to consider how you're going to manage going forward. This could be a relationship that perhaps needs to come to an end, that has not been serving you, that could be toxic, draining, overwhelming, and it is time to let go of. Maybe this person is manipulative, takes advantage of you, doesn't value you. Or in a career context, perhaps you've been in this job, this career that's just not serving you. You don't feel fulfilled there. And for a while, perhaps you have been feeling like you should let go and start something else, take a new role, a new job, or start your own thing even. Whichever the case for you, my dear beautiful friend, the point is that things are going to be shaken up for you because there's a need to walk away. And this is very clear. I'm not sure if you have already walked away from this, but I'm seeing here some sort of leaving something behind. For sure, you have it twice here. As you see, there are some people on a boat and they're ready to embark on a new journey and moving on to clearer waters. Okay. Okay, sorry for you to see. Moving on to clear, you see how the waters over here are more clear, and over here it's not focusing. It's rocky waters. Sorry about that. 1 second. Okay, let's see. There we go. Here the water is rocky and chaotic, and here the water is very clear and calm, and things are at peace. Okay. And see, this person almost looks like they're sad. They have their head down, or maybe they don't know, how things will come to be, how they're going to get fixed, or what the path ahead holds for them. But one thing that you can trust and know is that you're being guided. You see someone here is guiding them. They're pushing them along this journey. They're guiding them in their journey. They're not alone. And this is exactly what's happening with you, my beautiful pile number 3. Please remember and rest assured that you are being guided during this transition, during this journey of yours. You're not alone. You have your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, your higher self even. God, whomever it is that you have faith in, that you believe in, right by your side. So you're not doing this alone, okay? And then on this card as well, same thing. We also have someone walking away from something that was not fulfilling. And in this case, something that was not emotionally fulfilling. So we have the cups here, and the cups represents emotions. And as you can see, there's a cup that's missing right in the middle here. And so that represents a void, a hole, something that is just not fulfilling, something that's missing, okay? And that person is walking away as well. They've said, enough is enough. I'm turning in this direction. Whatever the future may hold, I'm done. This is not where I'm supposed to be. And we typically know when something is not for us, when we need to move forward. So there's big emphasis, my dear pile number 3, please, that you need to leave something behind. That is clear. And the other thing that I want to say as well, that's coming through very strongly right now about leaving something behind, it's also your way of thinking. Or perhaps, once this change comes, if it hasn't come for you just yet, because we are tapping into November's energy, be very mindful and careful, my dear pile number 3, about the type of thoughts that you're allowing in your mind, okay? Be mindful of the negative self-talk, the limiting beliefs, that voice that is eating at you, and shutting it down. Learning to walk away even from your negative thinking. One way that I've learned to no longer overthink, or I'm sorry, we're always going to overthink. I do still overthink at times, but one way that I've learned to quiet down or limit my negative thinking is that I condition myself to no longer think negatively. The way that I did this is by learning to turn each negative thought into a positive one. So anytime that I would have a negative thought come up or arise, I would then follow it up with a positive thought. So for example, let's say that I'm overthinking and feeling anxious about a certain conversation I had with someone. And these thoughts keep coming up and I keep arguing with them in my head, or I keep having negative thoughts about myself, like how I'm not worthy, how I'm not capable of doing this, how I'm not strong. I would become aware. First of all, I would become aware that I'm having these negative thoughts. I would recognize them. And once I stop and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going in this loop of negative thinking, I would say, okay, now I'm going to follow it with something positive. I'm going to follow it up with the opposite thought. So if I'm having thoughts about how I'm not worthy enough or capable or strong enough, I would say, you know what? I am strong enough. I am worthy. I am going to do this. I got this. And if it's about a certain conversation I keep replaying in my head about with someone, I would stop myself and I would say, you know what? This is not serving me. I don't need to keep replaying this scenario in my head that's not serving me, that is taking my energy and that is placing me in the past, because that already passed. I need to focus in the present. I need to focus in this very moment. And so I would replace that conversation with something positive, with positive thoughts. Maybe the things that you're grateful about in your life, whether it's something small or something big. Think about the positive and good things in your life. Maybe today you had a good day. Or even taking control and saying, you know what? I release this person with love. I don't need to have these thoughts. I no longer need to keep thinking of them. I choose to let them go from a place of love. And it's okay. This is happening for my highest good. So reaffirm yourself, okay? Redirect your thoughts. And the more you do this, and the more you create a habit and repetition of this, you're then going to automatically create a new habit for yourself when it comes to your way of thinking and your thoughts. Eventually, because it's not going to happen the first time that you do it, you have to repeatedly keep doing this. You have to repeatedly substitute your negative thinking with positive thinking. You're then going to reach a point that anytime you have a negative thought, you're unconsciously going to turn them into positive ones. And that's where I am now. It's not that I don't have negative thoughts anymore. I do, and I think that we always will. But just knowing not to feed into them is what's important. Knowing to change those thoughts around and not going into that loop of negative thinking from one negative thought to another, into another, into another. I hope that was helpful, my beautiful pal number 3. Just keep that in mind next time that you're having negative thoughts about this situation or any other situation. This is something that I found very helpful for myself whenever I have negative thoughts. And again, once you build that habit of substituting your negative thoughts with positive ones, you're going to automatically do them in the future. And it's something so grateful and helpful as well. Okay, so the other thing that I'm seeing for you as well, my beautiful pal number 3, is something about communication and clear thinking. So again, back to this situation that you're going through, perhaps there was a certain conversation that happened or that you wanted to have, something you wanted to express to someone about something. And maybe you didn't get to really express yourself. Maybe they didn't understand you. Or something along those lines with communication. And also being able to clearly think the situation through. So it's important during this time that you maintain your positive state, that you maintain yourself on a positive note. Sort of like I just gave you that example about substituting negative thoughts with positive ones. Make sure, my dear pile number 3, that you are grounding yourself in this present moment. I cannot express enough how important it is that you keep yourself centered and stable during this transition, during this change. All right, you have to make sure that you're being kind and compassionate to yourself. This is why we have the Empress here. If you haven't already been doing this, make sure that you're being compassionate to yourself. Be understanding of yourself. Remind yourself how worthy, how kind, how nurturing you are. And nurture yourself. Love yourself. Know that you deserve so much more than this. And also be patient with yourself, okay? Tune in. Go within. Go within. And take the time that you need for yourself to reflect and evaluate on this, to reflect on what type of healing needs to take place. And make sure that you are prioritizing your healing, yourself. I am seeing here, though, that out of this, or maybe in the middle of it all at the same time, I feel like you're someone who overall is someone optimistic. You try to see the best out of situations, I feel like. And your angels and your guides want to remind you that that part of you that is able to sort of see like the positive side of things, or that tries to be optimistic even in hard times, that is going to be a skill and one of your strengths that you should really hold on to during this transition, is to remind yourself of the strong, courageous person that you are, the optimistic and confident person that you can be. And to take charge of your life, my dear pile number 3. Take charge of the things that you want to see in your life, of the life that you want. Because I see here that you're going to be accomplishing a lot, honestly. And you may have a lot going on. You may feel like, oh my God, emotionally, mentally, physically, there's just so much going on. And maybe it could be a little overwhelming to deal with so much at once. And this is why reflecting and maybe organizing your day could come in hand. But I see that you're someone who is vivacious. You're strong, courageous, passionate. You might even be a fire sign. Or you might have fire sign placements in your main 3s. Of course, you don't have to be. It's just some of the qualities that you embody as a person. And I'm also seeing here that you're someone who's very intuitive. To a certain degree or form, you are someone who is in touch with your spiritual side, one way or the other. But I'm more so getting like you're intuitive, like psychic or something along those lines. Perhaps you're someone that is able to listen to their intuition or gut feeling. You pick up when you're having those gut feeling and intuition feelings, which is really, really helpful. Our intuition and our gut feeling guides us through our journey. But I'm also feeling something, for those of you that are relating to this on a career level, on a life path level, I'm feeling that there's this deeper calling for you about stepping into your power, stepping into your life's purpose, your North Star, as people like to call it. All right? Like there's this deeper calling within you that's arising, calling you for more, even in your relationships, for you to align yourself with what's meant for you. Okay? There's deep healing that's coming for you. And from that, something so beautiful is going to come out of that massive transformation. But I am also feeling, my beautiful pile number 3, that you are going to be thinking a lot more clearly. Right? There's a sense of like clarity around the situation that you're also going to gain. And perhaps you are still going to be going through the waves of these emotions. However, you're going to be able to see things for what they are. And you're going to have a sense of clarity and new ideas, new thoughts, like, okay, a new sense of direction. Like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is the direction that I'm going to go into, and being able to follow that along. But one thing's for sure, my beautiful pile number 3, is that you are being guided. Your angels are very much surrounding you. So pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you are noticing at this time. You may be noticing feathers, birds at this time, dragonflies, things of that sort. And for some of you, I feel like you could even be experiencing more spiritual signs, like seeing things out of the corner of your eye, seeing like light or speckles of light and things like that through your mind's eye. I don't know. I'm just feeling like on a intuitive or spiritual level, you're also developing, for those of you that are more in tune with that side of you. I also want to say, my beautiful pile number 3, that there's a lot that you can share with the world or with others. Maybe, I don't know, it feels like you're someone that is meant for more. To share your voice, to share your message, to heal, to be of service is what I'm feeling, because I'm also seeing you as someone of high status. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Someone that is meant to be so much more in this lifetime. Perhaps you're someone that people look up to, or you're going to be. You're someone that wants to have maybe like a following. You have leader qualities. Even with share your voice here, come out of the cave. Don't be afraid to share your voice and be a leader. And I know this is a little bit different from what I was saying in most of this reading, but this is something that is coming through intuitively now, because your energy feels to be more powerful. It feels to be significant, like you're meant to share with the world. Okay, so I don't know if you're an influencer, if you are looking to be some sort of life coach or like something of that sort, but it just feels like you're meant to be someone that leads one way or the other in whatever it is that you do, leading by example. All right, my beautiful pile number 3, this is the message for you today, and this is sort of the energy that I am feeling for the month of November for you. I am sending you immense healing and loving energy. I hope that you're able to grow out of this situation as strong and as wise as I know that you can be. Best of luck, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, 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 my magical and beautiful pile number 4. Wow. Okay, I am going to be completely honest with you. Pile number 4. You have quite a unique and special reading. If you were drawn to this pile today, just know that your message is very significant in today's reading. I mean, there were so many different things that were different and unique about your reading as I was shuffling the cards and as I was picking out certain things. And let me just tell you about them. For starters, for most of the piles today, I only chose one tea leaf card along with 2 oracle cards. And for your reading, both in the tea leaves and the oracle cards, more than just 2 came out. This is why I have 2 tea leaves cards for you, which, by the way, we have broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business, and you have March. Okay, and we're going to get into what they could represent and mean in just a moment. I already have a pretty good feeling, an idea of what the universe is trying to say to you with that. But I also, when I was shuffling your oracle cards, it was only supposed to be 1, and here we have 2 as well. Okay, let's try to focus here. The first one is Unbound releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Okay. Sorry, I'm not sure why it's not focusing. Okay. And so you see this person is like freeing and setting themselves free of something. And on this one, we have answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? There. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus. Okay. So these were the two cards that came out for you. And, you know, for a moment I was like, well, maybe I should just put the other card back to keep it fair among all the readings. And I just couldn't. I felt very drawn to keep all of the cards that came out. And then the third oracle card that you have is synchronicity. Okay, my beautiful pile number 3. I'm sorry, number 4. The other thing that happened with you as well, because again, it's like there was so much that happened with the way that your reading went about being set up, is that you did pick the purple crystal that you saw in the beginning of the video. But unfortunately, I think my 2-year-old must have seen it when I stepped away, and I think she grabbed it and I cannot find it anywhere. And she is the only one that could have messed with it. So I do apologize. I do not have the purple crystal that you chose in the beginning. However, just know that this is still your reading. It's still all the same. And that was also something that was different for your reading specifically. It's just so many little things that were just different. And even with the cards here, typically I pick out 6 cards of each deck. These are actually different decks, although they look very similar. And I only picked out 5 of these. This is a different deck. So if you see the font, the words is different. This one actually matches these. And so for you, I just realized that I only picked out 5 of these, and I picked out 7 of these when I normally pick 6 and 6. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on with pile number 4? Oh my goodness. There's a lot of change, a lot of different things coming in your life perhaps. So let's go ahead and dive deeper into the message for you about November and what's to come into your life. I do feel, again, that it is something very significant. And even with these 2 cards here, actually these 3 cards here, I feel that it is something way deeper than you may even think and realize. Oh, wait a minute. I'm so sorry. It's just, I am mind blown by all these little synchronicities that happen with your reading, and I'm missing another one. So in the introduction of the video, which I hope that you watched, I think that you should definitely watch the introduction if you did not see it specifically for your reading, is that I did pick out a card in the beginning of the video representing the energy, the overall energy for all of the piles. And the card that came out was the Sun. Okay, this was the card that I picked out in the beginning of the video for all of the piles. I'm so sorry, I'm not sure why the focusing is not working. And you have the Sun card as well in your reading. No, I don't think anyone else got it, or, you know, no, I don't think any other pile got it. And you did. You got it twice. So again, another sign, pile number 4. I am just mind blown by your reading today. Wow. Okay. So let's just go ahead and get deeper into what all of this is about. And talking about synchronicities, right? Talking about all of the things that happen with setting up your reading, you also literally have a card that says synchronicities on it. Okay. All right. Sorry. I'm very excited and just very curious about what it is that's going to come forward for you, because it feels super massively significant. All right. So for starters, my beautiful pile number 4, something that is very clear to me about your reading today, aside from it being a special and unique reading, is that this has to do with your soul's purpose. This has to do with something deeper than this lifetime. This has to do with previous lifetimes, perhaps, patterns and things of the past that you need to release and break out of. It's a deeper calling. It's something that maybe you're not looking at from the bigger picture at this moment, and you're not understanding why it's happening, but it's something that goes way beyond who you are in the physical in this lifetime. This goes back to soul level, to previous lifetimes, my dear pile number 4. So please keep that in mind, that this is massive on a energetic and spiritual level for you. Okay? The other things I'm seeing here is that right now you may be going through some sort of lesson that is meant to assist you into breaking out of certain habits and patterns and contracts that are no longer serving you, but also to realign you with your life's purpose. Because there is a deeper calling here with Answer the Call. What is your call calling you to do? That is arising within you. And right now, you may not know what this calling is. You may not understand why you're feeling the way that you're feeling, why things are shifting and changing the way that they are. Perhaps you're experiencing drastic changes in your life, or you don't even know what it is that you're feeling internally. It could be that right now you're feeling like you need to isolate, you need to reflect on your life, on your choices, on the direction in which your life is going. And just this deeper feeling of things in your life, like this deeper calling for more, and evaluating and thinking about life in a deeper way, in a deeper meaning. Okay? So if you're feeling this way, if lately you've been feeling like, you know what, I need to go within, maybe you're not really in the mood to socialize, maybe you're going within, taking time for yourself, you're soul searching. And when I say soul searching, you're soul searching for yourself, for a light, for something meaningful, for something more in your life. And there's a reason behind all of that. There's a reason why you're feeling in such a way. It's because you are meant for greatness in this lifetime. Pile number 4. Perhaps you have been on this journey as well. Let me say that. I'm not saying that November is going to be when you feel all of these things. Perhaps you have been feeling this way for a while. More so, I feel that in November, perhaps, you may get more clarity on why it is that you're feeling all of this, on what it is that your soul and your team of guides is trying to tell you, and where they're guiding you to go towards. I'm sensing new beginnings for you. Okay, new plan, some sort of breakthrough, more mental clarity and clear thinking, all right? It's about your vision, about your purpose here. I am seeing that something in one way or the other needs to come to an end, all right? This is what I'm getting from this tea leaf card here, parting of ways in either romance or business. I feel that there is something that needs to come to an end in order for this new you to come into life, to be birthed, okay? And what I mean by that is, this could be anything. This could be relationships, this could be in business, career, or even yourself. Self-sabotaging behavior, habits that you have that don't serve you, procrastination, inconsistency, things like that. Breaking out of that you that is not your true you, so that you can step more into your highest true self, your true potential. Someone who is strong, wise, consistent, that takes action, that makes the right choices. Because for right now, or at least for a while, it seems that you need to take the veil of your eyes. You see 2 cards here that have 2 people with their eyes covered. That means that you are not seeing the bigger picture. That means that you are not seeing the truth. you are not seeing things for what they are in some aspects of your life. Again, this could be in some sort of relationship or your career or yourself. Maybe you're not seeing your true potential. Maybe you have self-limiting beliefs, doubts, fears, anxiety that gets in the way of you stepping into who you truly are. This amazing, powerful, limitless being that you are. And it is time, my dear pile number 4, that you break out of these patterns. It's like you've been doing these things lifetime after lifetime. In this lifetime, you're meant for more. You're meant to break free of that. And this is why your soul is, in a way, screaming at you. This is why you're feeling such a shift within you. Or you're going to start feeling a shift. It's almost as if you're going to be going through an awakening, a spiritual awakening, and into truly tuning within, truly finding yourself, why you're here, what you're meant to be doing, how can you align yourself more with who you're supposed to be, and how you can live a life that is more fulfilling, meaningful, and abundant to you. There's also emphasis, my dear pile number 4, around being hopeful, inspired, and optimistic, and also tapping into your creative energy. Oh yes, there's big emphasis around tapping into your creativity and looking forward to the future, knowing that what is in store for you is much greater than you perhaps even ever imagined. You're going to become so in tune with yourself and the universe, so aligned with the cosmos and who you are, that you're going to look back and say, whoa, what a massive transformation I made. It's just that this lifetime for you, pile number 4, this is different. This is a lifetime like no other. And yes, we have lived many lifetimes before. This is not your only lifetime. And in this lifetime, you are meant for greatness. You are meant to serve and to be of service, to step into your power, your true potential, for you to realize just how massive and amazing you are. It could be that during these times you're seeing a lot of synchronicities, so a lot of signs from the universe, from your guides, your angels, such as repeated numbers like 111, feathers, birds. For some of you, your third eye could be opening more and expanding more, because there's definitely emphasis about your perspective and seeing things differently for you, pile number 4. And I'm also seeing here that you will be overcoming something. There's something that you're really getting over. And you know, I feel like you're aware of a lot of this. This shouldn't really come as a surprise to you, although there are some things that you need to take the veil off your eyes and see. I think that could be more so about your potential and maybe certain connections that you need to let go of and things like that, right? Things that are blocking you or holding you back. And just realizing like, okay, you know, this is not for me, it's not for me, and being okay with that. But you have overcome a lot, and you are going to continue overcoming certain challenges and things that are blocking you and holding you back. But I feel like for a lot of this, you are already aware of these things. You are aware of the path that you're on. And you know, it hasn't been the easiest path, because this transition that you're making from your lower self to your higher self is not an easy one. There's so much that we have to leave behind when we transition into our true self and our highest self. People that we leave behind, our way of thinking, our way of being, our habits, even employers, right? Quitting a job to start your own thing and follow your heart. But during this time, my beautiful pile number 4, be aware of how the universe is communicating with you and what they're saying, because there's deeper meaning behind that. Perhaps when you see these numbers, when you see these signs, whether you come across a feather, a bird that really sticks out to you, a flower, whatever signs you're receiving, maybe you're having electrical interferences in your home and you're wondering what's going on, why the lights keep flickering, or the TV randomly turns on, or You know, I want you to, in that moment, tune into your energy. Take a moment to become present. Ooh, 222. Okay. That was another number that just came to me, 222. Take a moment to become present in that moment, to become aware and think about what is it that you're feeling? What is it that you're thinking? And just tune in to see what is it that you feel when you come across that sign. You can also always go on Google and search up what that sign means and see if it resonates with you, because the universe is definitely communicating with you at this time. Perhaps you're just receiving guidance to keep going. Because again, this is very massive power number 4. Very, very important and significant. And during this time, you're being invited to continue being as optimistic and hopeful as you can be. This is your time. This is the lifetime that you're going to break free of so much. You're going to be going through deep, deep healing if you haven't already. Because again, I feel like you've been on this journey already. I don't feel like this is something new. Maybe you recently started it, or you started it this year or a couple years ago. But there's definitely this is like an ongoing journey now. And there's more and more that you're realizing and letting go of. And so you're just being reminded to keep going, to have hope for the future, because you're aligning yourself with a life that is very positive, optimistic, fulfilled, stable, grounded. Oh my goodness. It's like you're finally going to have that breakthrough. Okay, you have come through your toughest times. And you're going to be coming out of this, if you are going through your tough times, you're going to be coming out of this with a renewed sense of yourself and the world around you. You're going to be calmer, more balanced, energetically, spiritually, mentally. You're going to be healing the wounds of the past, my dear pile number 4. That's for sure. So whatever mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual issues that you are experiencing are going to be behind you. And you're going to be ready to embrace what your future holds and trust that the universe has a plan for you. Trust the feeling you have that everything is going to be okay. Feeling confident in yourself. And mind you, I feel like people are going to be looking up to you. People are going to be admiring you, because they will also see this changing you. You're just coming more in tune with yourself all around. Again, it's like you're maturing in so many levels. You're assessing so much in your life, and this is going to be a pivotal time for you, because this is teaching you a lot. I'm also feeling something with the moon here. We are having a lunar eclipse coming up. And even if you're watching this after the lunar eclipse, still same thing, I can still relate, because the effects of the lunar eclipse don't only affect us on the actual day of the eclipse, it affects us going forward. Same thing with the full moons or new moons. It's not just about that day. The energy doesn't stay trapped on that day. It goes on throughout the rest of the days and even the rest of the months, right? The effects of that. And I'm feeling here like whatever changes happen with this full moon coming up, full moon in Taurus and lunar eclipse, perhaps are ones that are going to linger on for you, that you're going to really be reflecting on. And of course, full moons are about releasing and letting go of what's not serving us and reflecting, which I feel that is a massive theme for you. Releasing and reflecting, going within, introspection, okay? Soul searching for yourself, finding enlightenment. Oh my goodness. This is so deep. This is on a spiritual level as well. I feel that you are someone who is very intuitive. Okay. I feel like you could have been drawn to another pile in today's reading, perhaps pile number 3. If you were drawn to another pile, I do encourage you to listen to it, as there may be additional insight for you. But my beautiful pile number 4, let go of any illusions, okay? Let go of feeling like you were trapped, or feeling like you have to keep living the life that you're living and this is all that's for you, because it's not. Let go of any illusions of the devil, okay? Because the devil represents illusions and feeling trapped in something when you're not, okay? You could feel like, oh my God, there's no way out. How am I going to move through this? How is this going to resolve itself? How am I going to get to where I want to be? How am I going to reach my goals? How can I possibly reach, $100,000 a year or whatever it is, or the relationship of my dreams, or be this wonderful, independent, strong person? Whatever it is, just know that it's an illusion. And although you may feel trapped and you may feel like there's not a way out, maybe sometimes, or sometimes you question or doubt, know that there is always a way. Just have faith that there is a way. You don't need to know how or when. You just need to have faith. You just need to trust. And this is why I keep telling you there's also emphasis around being hopeful, all right? Being optimistic, looking at the bigger picture, having a wider perspective, my dear pile number 4. Shutting down those negative emotions and thoughts, those doubting thoughts that limit you, that tell you that you can't, when you can. Release yourself from the chains of the past. You do not have to live in the past, my beautiful pile number 4. It is time to embrace the now and the future for what's ahead of you. Because what's ahead of you is more than you ever even imagine. I'm telling you. I see you in a throne. I see you being of high status. I see you being successful and achieving so much. Wow. This is really beautiful. Pile number 4. All right. I think that concludes your reading for the month of November. I hope that you reflect on some of the things that came up for you. I'm sending you so much love and so much luck on your journey. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye.